American Modernism is a literary movement that actually began overseas around 1890. It was an intentional break from Romanticism and the confines of literary structure. Modernism was a way for artists to deal with the changing times. Science and technology were rapidly expanding, opening up possibilities that the world had never seen before. Government and social structures were continually failing their people in a series of events that led to countless lives being lost. A few of the key pieces and authors from this time were James Joyce's Ulysses, which paralleled the ordinary life of a fictional character, Leopold Bloom, to that of Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, as well as Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, which was one of the first pieces that used stream of consciousness style, and Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis, which wrote of a young man waking up from a dream and he has been transformed into some sort of cockroach or a bug. This is a very dreamlike piece. He has to deal with his family as a bug without being able to communicate. It's one of the first pieces of its kind. But as you can see from these examples, modernism was nothing like John Keats' Bright Stars or any of the Romantic period pieces. In the United States, events such as the Roaring Twenties, when America was prospering in a way it had never seen before, followed by the crash and the Great Depression, a series of overseas dictatorships, and the horrors of World War II, left the American people feeling broken and disillusioned. It was this sense of loss that became the backbone of American modernist movement. Modernism is characterized by elements such as a break from traditional closed-form structure, stream of consciousness style, an emphasis on concrete imagery over sensory imagery, references to the modern world and modern advancements, and an overall sense of loss and devastation, not on a personal level with the reader, but on a global sense. Robert Frost is an American poet, born in California in 1874. He's best known for his realistic depictions of rural life, especially in the New England area. He uses rural life settings to discuss complex social and philosophical themes. His poetry includes ones such as The Road Not Taken, Mending Wall, Birches, and Out Out. These poems, along with his other literary works, earned him prizes such as 4 Pulitzer Prizes, the Congressional Gold Medal, and being named Poet Laureate of Vermont. Over the years, there's been a lot of debate on whether Robert Frost should be considered an American modernist poet. This is because him and his work do not clearly fit into that category. His work can really be viewed from 2 different perspectives. On one hand, Robert Frost did not want to be considered a modernist poet. He was once quoted saying that writing poetry without form is like playing tennis without a racket. He believed in structure and he believed in traditional format. He wrote with clear line breaks, complete thoughts, and most of his poetry had a strict rhyme scheme. He did not use stream of consciousness, and he did not write in prose. On the other hand, when his poetry is reviewed for figurative language, personification, imagery, and symbolism, modernist themes are revealed. He used nature and everyday living experiences to talk about things such as social reform, child labor, human loss, and an overall yearning to go back to a simpler time. These are clear modernist ideals. In conclusion, although Robert Frost shows modernist themes and values in his work, he sticks too close to tradition, too close to Romanticism to be clearly named as an American modernist poet, especially when compared to others such as T.S. Eliot. In that respect, I think he should be considered a great American poet, but perhaps not a great American modernist poet.